Lake Titicaca, the highest navigable lake in the world, is shared by Bolivia and Peru. Isla del Sol, or the Island of the Sun, is a small island known for the Incan ruins, is on the Bolivian part of Lake Titicaca. Early morning and we are leaving for Isla del Sol, the birthplace of the Incas.
Hola, namaste.
This is Pubali.
This is Sindranil and we are Paradise Catchers.
We are an Indian couple living in Costa Rica and we bring to you stories about traveling and digital nomad life in Latin America.
The legend says that the Incans were born here. The God Viracocha, he came from the Lake Titicaca and created the first Incan man and woman. And from where the Incan Empire started. However, this is a legend which people believe in, but archaeologists might have a different view and probably they won't believe that it started here. But nevertheless, it's interesting and there are so many Incan ruins scattered all over the island. In the southern part, there is the resting palace of the Incas, and in the northern part, there is that Incan palace and places where they say that the first Incan man and woman were born. To reach Isla del Sol, we need to first reach Copacabana. We need to take the bus from La Paz bus terminal. So we started early in the morning. The bus terminal is a base for traveling to different parts of the country. You can buy the tickets to Copacabana here. 35 Bolivianos. We will be staying at Isla del Sol tonight, and Isla del Sol is an island on the Lake Titicaca, and it will take around 4 hours to reach Copacabana first, and from where we will take a boat ride to Isla del Sol. Isla del Sol is thought to be the birthplace of the Inca culture, and from where it spread to other parts of Peru and Bolivia. So there are still remains of the Inca culture in the island, which we will probably explore during our stay. And also the Lake Titicaca.
Vamos.
After we crossed the La Paz city, there was the Bolivian countryside surrounded by the Andes mountain range, and then the first glimpses of the Lake Titicaca. We reached San Pedro de Tiquina, a little town near the Lake Titicaca. We have to take a boat to the other side of the lake and the bus will go on its own, and then we will get onto the bus on the other side of the lake, but the same bus. This is our first ride on the Lake Titicaca, but we still have to go a little bit more to reach Copacabana. This is just a stop and we will just wait for the bus also to cross the lake while we look around and see the beautiful views of the Andes mountains on the other side. Here comes our bus and we will continue to Copacabana. It looks like we are entering the land of the Incas. We need to get the ferry tickets to Isla del Sol from Copacabana, and there are many shops around where you can buy the tickets, and we just chose one randomly and picked up our tickets. But before riding the boat, we have some time and we are hungry, so time for lunch.
We have to finish our lunch before we get onto the boat that will take us to Isla del Sol.
We have the boat at 1:30. This is the port of Copacabana, and all the Isla del Sol and other tours start from here. Finally, the wait is over and time to get on our second ferry of the day on the highest navigable lake in the world. As we go towards the Isla del Sol, we see the snow-capped mountains of the Cordillera Real on the right of the Andes mountain range. And here it is, the southern tip of the Isla del Sol. Welcome to Isla del Sol. This is the southern part of the island and the Yumani village, which is the primary settlement of the island where people live. Since we will be staying overnight, this is where we go first. Few meters above the lake, and after climbing some stairs, we reach the Pilcocaina Palace. This looks like a well-preserved palace which has a rectangular shape and still has all the walls intact. This was used by the Incans to rest before they traveled to the northern part of the island. Now we're a flat stretch of land after hiking some brutal stairs.
Looks like we have reached our lodge on Isla del Sol. We took almost an hour to hike up here, but it's not just because of the distance and the height, but also because of the views. We stopped every few steps. Finally, we have reached the other place where we had stopped. That was not the actual place. We had actually passed by this lodge where we are staying. So we came back, crossed some donkeys and sheep along the way. Here we are so impressed with where we are staying. The view of Titicaca is right there, and that's in real. But let's go into the room. This one is our room. It's a family room, so there's a sofa, a table, a dining table, a bed, and beautiful natural light. And the best part is this. In real, enjoying the view of Lake Titicaca and snow-capped Andes mountains in the background. This view, the mountains and the lake.
The island is not motorable. The only means of quick transport is boat, which can take you from the southern port to the northern port, or how the residents travel, either by walking or using donkeys or llamas to carry their luggage. This is the Pueblo Yumani, and most of the houses are here. So we have just come during the sunset to take a look at the other side of the lake. There are many restaurants. Probably will have a good view from there. The other side of Lake Titicaca from Isla del Sol. This looks so beautiful. We are probably an hour away from the sunset. After the coffee, we walked on the trails of the island while waiting for the sunset and watched the changing colors on the mountain.
We are staying in the southern part of the island, Isla del Sol, where there are a few ruins. We checked one of those on the way to our lodge, and today we will see a couple of more ruins. On the northern part of the island, there are more Incan ruins. So it is possible to hike from one end of the island, that is from the south, to the northern end of the island and see all the ruins along the way. So yesterday we had planned to do that. It was supposed to be a 3.5 hours hike one way. That is a total of 7 hours hike all day long. However, because of this high altitude, very low temperature, I was feeling a little under the weather. So we decided that I should listen to my body and We skipped the 7 hour long hike. Instead, we just stayed here and enjoyed this amazing view. And the owners at the Sea Coolers, they're very kind. They told me that, oh, you're not feeling well. The woman of the house, she said that, let me make you some mate, and she made some amazing mate tea with some herbal infusions, and I immediately felt better after that.
Like Yumani in the south, the northern port of the island is Xalapampa. If we would have taken the Inca trail, which is a flat trail that goes from south to the north, we would have seen the other Incan ruins. Some of the important ones are the Sacred Rock, where it is believed that Viracocha created Manco Capac and Mama Ocllo, who were the first two Incans. Apart from that, there is the Labyrinth Temple called Chincana and a gold museum. Whenever we are walking on any of these trails on this island, we pass through these terraces, the agricultural terraces where they cultivate maize, potatoes, coca, and that's Yumani in front of us. And that's the port which can take us to Copacabana or the northern part of the island.
It's almost time to leave, but we are still so amazed by this place, the views, and the people. This is a very remote part of Bolivia. I hope we can come back again someday.
So although these are stairs, but mostly it has an incline. So you have to be really
Cut out of stones.
yes. So that's why you have to be really careful and need to have a good shoes for hiking, because it can be slippery at times. We go down to the port using this Incan stairs. And while going to the port, we stop by the Inca fountain.
It's a dual fountain.
Actually triple. One is for some reason not working. Kubali is taking rest here, but time to go down because we have to catch the boat back to Copacabana. The Yumani port is where we buy the boat tickets back to Copacabana. It's time to say goodbye to the Isla del Sol. It was lovely 2 days with the beautiful views, although we couldn't get to the north of the island, but the south of the island was as impressive. And of course, the sunsets, the food, the hospitality of the people, the warmth, something we will remember for life. We are approaching Copacabana and we'll try to spend some time there and probably see a couple of places before taking the bus back to La Paz. Here we saw something very interesting. There are many cars which are decorated, looks like new cars, and they were lined up, and we were trying to find out that why they are lined up. And later we found that the queue is going up till the Church of Copacabana. We saw a lot of cars come here for blessings. So there are a lot of stalls outside selling those things that are required for the blessings and the prayers. And then after that, after the rituals, they decorate the car with flowers and other religious things. So it seems very popular among Peruvians and Bolivians as well, because we can see cars from Peru and Bolivia lined up outside the church for the rituals. We are ending our Isla del Sol trip from where we started, the bus terminal of La Paz. Now we'll go back to the hostel and we'll get
some
ready.
rest.
We'll get some rest and be ready for the next adventure.